lusapolwayo osisikeleli Afrika alupakanyisu ondolwayo Iswahili tangazo yetu
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Fokota Television. I am your boy Muraja the Great, and the emphasis is always on the great. Now, as you can see, things are not as usual. Yesterday, I shared a topic of discussion, and the theme was youths, leadership, and the unification of Africa. So today, I'm much delighted to have very great leaders within the show. I have within the show the youth leader of the Taita County and the Ruto strategist, a youth leader also from what county? Is it Nyeri County? Yeah, so before we start the session of today, I would like us to take a minute or two to just like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also comment on the same based on our topic, so that the panel that I have here today will review your questions and give us the way forward and the responses as well. So I would like to give the guests of today some minute or two so that they can introduce themselves. So welcome, brother, Mr. Changulo.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
My name is Winston Changulo, a youth leader from Taita County.
Yeah.
And in Taita County, I run several things for the youth. One of them being that I'm the founder and chairperson of Taita Youth Alliance. I'm also the National Youth Council Ambassador for Taita County. And apart from that, I'm also the Fursa and Democracy Coordinator for Coast Region under the National Youth Council. Thank you so much.
Hey, that's nice, brother. I never knew that you are a regional coordinator for the Fursa, for democracy.
Now you know.
That's a great achievement.
Thank you so much.
I'm much humbled. So, my brother.
Okay, my name is Benson Gitonga, regional coordinator for the Ruto Digital Network, and also youth leader from Nyeri County, and also a member of the House of Defense, and also I'm a student in Taita University, and also a politician, and a capping politician. Thank you very much.
You know who ambi ulikuwa unataka kufanya MC.
What happened?
What happened? Ama ulikuita kando wakakwambia tuende namna hii.
Sometimes we go for negotiations and we have to agree.
Sema ulikuwa project bro.
No, not a project.
Anyway, as you have heard, watu niko nao hapo ni watu wakari sana. Ni kama wamekuja hadi na magari kubwa huko sasa.
Tumepaka pale kidogo.
Kitu wachafanya ni soda tu wachaweka hapa ndo to confirm. Anyway, now let us dig in. And kama kawaida topic ni moja tu peke yake. Ni tunataka kwamba vijana wakae included in the daily activity of the government, because there is nothing you can over youths in a country other than inclusion. So I will start it from there, and I will ask you, Mr. Janguro, one question. Our country in the past 5 years, it has had an history, and that history includes the youth's inclusion into the government. So what is your take on the youth's inclusion in the government of our country, Kenya?
Yeah. Thank you so much, brother.
Yeah.
This time round, I'll answer you in two perspectives.
Yeah.
One, in matters politics, and the second one is on matters being included in governance. In matters politics, for the first time, we are seeing that a huge number of youth have been elected, be it at the national level, also at the county level. Like for example, in Taita County, at the county assembly, we've got out of the 32, which is a combination of the 20 who have been elected and the 12 who have been nominated. 20 of them are youth, while 2 of them are youthful, the rest are aged. But that tells you that 75% of the people at the county assembly are the youth. And when we go at the constituency level, 3 of them are youthful, while 1 of them is an elder person. Nationally, most of the youth have been elected. On being included in governance, we look at Kipra and National Youth Council. They've done a very good job in that you understand at the county level, before anything has been done, we normally develop a CIDP that guides all the county governments on what to do in matters development.
Yeah.
And the youth have been called and they've presented on whatever they want to be included in these 5 years. So far so good, and we just hope that it's going to be this way for the next 5 years. Thank you.
Thank you very much, brother. That's a nice submission. And I just want to congratulate you based on the fact that you are a very, very active youth in Taita Taveta County.
Thank you so much.
That is very good. So, our brother,
Yes.
in a minute or two, what's your take on the youth inclusion in the daily activities of the government?
Currently, in the political space, we have seen so many. In fact, this time around we have the highest number of youths in political space, especially in matters concerning the members of parliament, the senators. We have seen that this time around the youths have taken upon themselves and decided that if we are not in that space, we are not going to fight for our own rights. We are not going to fight for our own, because the moment we are included, we want that inclusion in that government. We must be there first as ourselves, because we don't expect the elderly and the old people to talk on our behalf. Mostly, even in fact, they don't know what is happening. We are in the 21st centuries, and the others are still in the 19th and the 18th centuries. So the moment we take on ourselves and push as youths and fight ourselves there, we get to debate on our own, raise our views, raise our concerns there, and they are listened to. In this government we have now is a government of youth leaders, especially. You can just say the president is also very much youthful. He is very much youthful because he's not that, he's around 50 something, not very much far from 35. And yet when you see the people around the circle of the president are youth leaders, especially like Dede Nyoro is just a youthful person. We have several of them who are youthful, and I think the representation of this time around will be much better for our youths. And we must also, despite saying that, we still have some regions that we have to improve as youths. The notion that entering into political space you must be well off in one way or another, and that is making so many youths to fear politics. I think it should be done away by the fact that we have Toto. The example of Toto there. Being a 24-year-old girl who is now the current women with the current women left, and we see out of the resilience of that girl and out of hard work, we say ni kujituma, siasa ni kujituma, and we have to find our way in. And I think the last time we checked the Kenya Kwanza, there was this charter for the youth, and they pushed very much for the charter of the youth in matters concerning development and inclusion into the government space. And I think, and I have hopes that this time around, in fact, is it next week? Next week we have the choosing of cabinet secretaries. We have to see some youth CSs and PSs in his government. And I think Ruto, as the president, he has the mind of youths.
Thank you very much for your submission. A little interjection on what you submitted. He has talked of having what we call inclusion of the youths in one of the cabinet secretaries under Ruto's government. I hope you know kitu umediscuss huku. Anyway, I was of the idea that as per now, a government that prospers is a government that includes its young people. in even making decisions. We should be having even a ministry for the youths. I think if we champion that, it will be better for us, we as a country.
And on top of that,
Yeah.
not only having just a ministry for the youth,
Yeah.
but being led by a youth.
Yeah.
You saw the times of Kina Uncle Moody Awori
Yeah.
heading a ministry of youth.
Yeah.
Somebody is how old? 80 something.
It's something.
Yeah, it's something. In fact, that's a problem because we had also Oburu Odinga representing us
Yeah.
in the East African Parliament
As
as
a
a
youth.
youth leader.
Imagine.
An 82 person.
I think that one makes it funny because I attended a meeting and we, the Kenyan people, we were talking of the Kenya's future come 2063. And it was melodramatic that I found almost 80% of the people who are discussing about the future of the youths come 2023, 2063, they are all above 59 years. So what they are talking about? Yeah. Okay, anyway, that's good. And I think under our second submission, as youths, I must say congratulations to every Kenyan because this time election was held up peacefully and the Kenyan people turned out in large numbers and made their voice to be heard in a peaceful way. We went to the Supreme Court and everything went on smoothly. That is a tick for the Kenyan people and the Kenyan youths.
Thanks on their behalf.
Thank you. But there is one thing that was saddening. First, when I do my own research, I found that quite a number of youths, they never voted. That's why a good number, around 8 million people, if I'm not wrong, they never voted. They never made their voice to be heard. And I don't know why. And we have a huge number of the young people who are jobless. We have young people in our country who are learning out from our country and going to other countries to seek for jobs. Like now you can testify, the good example is this girl. Alikuwa anaitwa msichana mwenye ametoka Saudi Arabia choosing. Alikuwa graduate something sort of such a kind. So our young people with innovative mind and a creative mind are being humiliated to run out of their country because of lack of job, because of low payment, and indeed they are graduates to go and seek vernacular jobs outside there. So how can you address this issue so that we can give the young people that spirit of full participation and the patriotism to their country, the patriotism to their country? So what's your take on that, guys?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
One, I'd like to say that it's a clear message that was sent by the youth.
Yeah.
That we don't just want to be used as a rubber stamp. Like these older people, like the message these youth are trying to say is that you are making decisions on our behalf. Then you just want us to come and put a tick that we are in agreement.
Yeah.
Yet in reality is that we don't know even what we are signing for. So, and on that, one thing we need to learn is that for the first time, these elections was issue-based. It was not on matters that tribalism, like you are a lawyer,
as usual.
As usual.
Yeah.
It was something different.
On economic basis.
On economic basis.
Yeah.
And everybody was talking about uchumi bora, pesa mfukoni.
Pesa mfukoni. Yeah.
And, you see, if we commit ourselves to this thing that we committed ourselves, the hustler fund, and we put this money.
Na hiyo inakuja lini jameni?
It is still on there.
My friend here will tell us.
My friend will tell us.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if we commit ourselves to that, and we make sure that every youth has got money in their pockets, they will find a reason to go and vote.
Very true.
Yeah.
I think there's something you have touched on, the Asra Fund. You know, it's good for us to clarify one thing. That as a youth, how can you benefit from a government? Most youth have a mind that is senecular in a such a way that they think that as a youth, the only way you can be assisted by a politician ni akuja kupe pesa uweke mfukoni. There's no way you are going to be given money in that way. Raila promised money, Mr. Ruto promised money. But how can you find that money? I think Changuru, you will clarify that one.
Yes, yes.
And I think my only clarification I have to that is that you need to form a group.
Yes, yes.
The only way you can access the government finances is by creating groups, going to register on the same.
Sure.
Then you benefit as a group, because kupea Mkenya moja shilingi moja is almost 40 million. So that means as a group you can benefit more, and I think you will clarify on the same.
Sure.
So what is your take on that, Senior?
Let me first